Hi, it's Jackie. We're back to do some yoga together today. So please take a moment and get some things to get yourself set up. I have a yoga mat, but if you don't have a yoga mat, you can just lie on the floor. Pick a spot where you feel like you have enough room to stretch your arms all the way up over your head behind you, and then you may want a thick towel or a blanket so that when we come to hands and knees, you can pad your knees. And if you happen to have a yoga block, get that too. It's okay if you don't have one. We're going to begin our practice today lying down on our back. So as you begin to get settled, you know, take a little time for yourself. Turn off your phones, close the door, let everybody know you're going to be doing some yoga, and just take a little time for yourself. So as you're ready, come to lie on your back. And once you're on your back, you can draw your knees into your chest. And begin to sway side to side with your knees and see how that feels. Just exploring your low back and moving in a way that feels nice, as if you were massaging your back. So go slowly, be curious. And then try this movement as you move the knees. Instead of letting them move together, try to let them do some different things. So you might try to circle the knees around and let one knee do one thing and the other knee do something different. And notice your back and what you feel on your back. Just be a little playful, kind of roll around a little bit. And then draw your knees up a little closer. You can stop rocking and just begin to move your feet by circling your ankles. And while we're doing the ankle circles, we're also going to make wrist circles. So make some big circles with your wrists and your ankles and then go the other way. This is a soothing movement for the joints. It's also soothing for the brain to do joint rotation. So go do a little bit more. And then shake your hands and shake your feet and shake off the day. And then please lower your feet to the floor. And for now, just let your knees touch. You might find it more comfortable to have the feet a little bit wider. Many people find that really nice. And rest your hands on your belly. And just take a moment to be aware of where you are. Feel the places where your body is touching the floor. Notice any sounds that you hear. And maybe you can just let your eyes move around the room and notice the light or any colors that you notice. And then see if you're comfortable to close your eyes for just a few rounds of breath. If that's uncomfortable, just pick a spot to gaze at softly and just take a few breaths and begin to turn your attention inward. So we've moved the body just a little bit and we've begun to notice the breath. So even with your eyes closed, see if you can begin to let your inhales get a little deeper and your exhales be longer and breathing in and out through the nose. And then if you bring your hands down by your sides, and you're welcome to blink your eyes open here, we're going to begin to move our body and coordinate the movement with the breathing. So on your next inhale, please lift your arms up over your head and all the way back to the floor behind you. And as you exhale, lower your arms down by your sides and try to pull in the abdomen as you do that. And again, inhale your arms over your head, spread the fingers, a little stretch. And exhale your arms down, pull your belly in. Let's do that one more time. Inhale your arms up over your head. And exhale down. Pause when your hands get to the floor, and we'll do a similar movement with the legs. So please draw your knees into your chest, and when you inhale, straighten the legs toward the ceiling. Push the heels up, spread the toes. And on the exhale, bend the knees. You might pull your knees in toward the belly a little bit. Inhale, straighten your legs up. Exhale, bend your knees. Just see what you're noticing in your legs. It's not important that the legs can straighten completely. Just you want to get some length on the backs of the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, and then this time lift your arms and your legs up together. So arms up, legs up. Exhale, bend the knees, lower your arms. Again, bow everything up, inhale. Everything down, exhale. One more time like that. Slow inhale. Breathe through your nose on the inhale. Breathe through your nose on the exhale. And then please put your feet on the floor and pause and notice. So please have your feet in line with your hip bones. So these joints, the hips, the knees, and the heels are all lined up with each other, and your feet are pretty close to the body. And then place your hands palms down by your side. And what we're going to do is the bridge pose. In this movement, the hips lift up off the floor. So turn your eyes straight up so your neck is straight. And when you get to your next inhale, push your hips up by pushing through the heels. And then a slow exhale to lower down. And when you touch down, that hugging in of the abdomen, pull your belly in. We'll do that a couple of times. So inhale, hips up. And exhale, lower down, belly in. And again, inhale, hips up. Exhale down. Now we're going to add the arm movement to that. So please lift your hips and your arms lift up over your head like we did before. And now exhale down so that your hands and your hips touch together. Now your arms have a long way to go and your hips don't have very big movement. So inhale, the hips move up slowly and the arms go all the way back to the floor behind you. And then exhale down so that they all touch at the same time and pull your belly in. And one more like that. So hips up, arms up, inhale. And then exhale, back down. Pause, take a breath. And then take your right leg up and see if you can either hold on to the leg or if you can interlace your fingers behind that leg. And when you exhale, pull your right knee in a little closer. And when you inhale, straighten that leg toward the ceiling. So as you push your leg up, pull your hands toward your hamstrings. And then exhale, bend your knee. Breathe through your nose. So do that again. Inhale, straighten. Using your hands for support. Exhale. So as you want to support those hamstring muscles, try to get down closer to your hips so your hands are on a thick part of that muscle. Exhale, bend. We're going to do one more. And we're going to hold it for one breath. So please inhale, lift your heel up, and hold on your exhale, pull your belly in. On your inhale, try to lengthen a little bit more, and then exhale, bend your knee, and just release that foot to the floor. All right, and then please pick your left knee foot up and pull it into your chest. So again, you can just hold on lightly, or if you're able to interlace your fingers. So we have a lot of habits in our body. One of them is the way we cross our fingers. So if you can figure out doing the non-dominant way, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. But if you can figure out how to cross your fingers the weird way, do that. Exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, bend your knee. Again, it doesn't matter if the leg is completely straight. Inhale, straighten the leg. Pull your hands toward your leg as you push your leg toward your hands. Exhale, bend. Do two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. We'll hold this one. So inhale, push your heel up. Hold on the exhale, pull your belly in. And on your inhale, reach your heel up just any amount more. And then exhale, bend your knee and put your feet down on the floor. And then we'll take both knees up. And you don't really have to use your hands here. So inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend both knees, pull the belly in. Inhale, push both heels up, spread your toes. Exhale, bend both knees. We're going to hold one breath here. So inhale, both legs up. As you hold on the exhale, soften your knees a tiny bit. And on the inhale, push back up. And then exhale, bend your knees. And put your feet down on the floor. For the next part, we're going to roll over to the side and come onto hands and knees. So please roll over and you can use your hands to push you up. And when we come onto hands and knees, if you find it helpful, pad your knees with something. So I'm going to use a blanket under my knees, but you can get what you need. And we're going to come to the tabletop position. So we're going to be on all fours so that the shoulders are over the wrists and the hips are over the knees. So still coordinating our movement with our breath, please inhale, lift your chest. And on the exhale, as you fold back, we're going to fold back to child's pose. Let your elbows touch down, let your hips sink back and your head bow. And on your inhale, rise back up to all fours and lift your chest and your eyes. And do that again. Exhale, pull the navel in and round back. You can even tuck the chin as you come back. And then up on your in-breath. And again, exhale back. Hopefully this feels nice for your back. So on this inhale, as you rise up, take your right leg back behind you and your left arm forward. Look down at the mat so your neck is straight. And then exhale smoothly. Come down with your hand and your knee. Fold your hips back again. And then we'll do the other side. So please inhale, lift your left leg and your right arm. So pull in your belly as you fold down. We'll do each side again. So right leg, left arm on the inhale. Put everything down on the exhale. Fold your hips back. Let your elbows touch. And then left leg, right arm on the in-breath. And exhale down and fold back. Now please come up on your inhale and lift only your right leg. And touch the toes of that foot down. You can push your heel back to continue to lengthen the back of that leg. You might notice how it helps you to keep from popping your right hip up so that hip stays level. And then while you hold in place, pull your belly in. You notice how it slightly flattens the low back. And then inhale your left arm forward. And you can just keep your eyes down. Hold on the exhale, pull your belly in. And when you inhale and lift your foot, lengthen your arm, lift your chest. And on the exhale, just touch your foot back down, but keep your arm lifted. Do that again. Inhale, lift your leg. Feel the lengthening with the in-breath. And then exhale, touch your toes back down. This time we'll try to hold 2 breaths. So inhale, lift your leg, lengthen your arm. And perhaps you can hold your foot up on the exhale, pull your belly in. And when you inhale, get longer. One more like that. Exhale. One more inhale. And then please put your hand down and your knee down. Fold back. Stay back for a moment. If you like, you can shake your right wrist or sway. And then please come up and we'll do the left side. So the left leg will go back. And again, you can put the toes on the floor and just get a little stretch in the back of the leg and notice how that levels out your left hip. And then please lift your right arm forward. So as you hold on the exhale, pull your navel in. As you hold on the inhale, lift your foot and lengthen your right arm. And then a slow exhale to just touch your left toes back down. Pull your belly in. Now inhale, lift your foot, lengthen your arm. Again, exhale, touch down. One more. Inhale, lengthen, and we're going to try to hold here on the exhale. And maybe a little more length on the inhale. One more exhale. One more lengthening inhale. And then please put your hand down, your knee down. Fold your hips back and stay back. Maybe you shake your left wrist. So if you'd like, you can rest in child's pose here and sway. You might find a way to support your forehead. Maybe it touches the floor, but maybe you just put your hands there under your head. Nice deep breath. And then please come up to your hands and knees again. We want to do some symmetrical movement after that asymmetrical thing. So put your hands under your shoulders, take an in-breath, and when you exhale, please push up to dog pose. And when you begin this downward dog position, start with your knees bent. Push your hands down and try to think about lengthening your spine. And then maybe it feels nice to gently pedal the legs, let one leg straighten, one knee bend. Maybe it's nice to bend both knees and hold that. Breathing deeply, whatever you're choosing. And then please inhale down to your knees. We're going to go up and down here. So exhale, pull your belly in first and then go back up to dog pose. And then slowly inhale back down to your knees. Lift your chest and your eyes. Pull your belly in first, exhale, and then push up to dog pose. And then slowly lower your knees down and lift your chest and your eyes. We're going to do 2 more. So exhale, push up to dog pose. And when you lower down this time, you're welcome to just touch your knees down and look up, or maybe you lower your knees down and they're just hovering over the floor. They're not actually touching. And then exhale back up. So one more time, either lower all the way down or let your knees hover over the floor. Lift your eyes. Exhale to dog pose. And then this time, please come all the way down to your knees. And then put your elbows down on the floor. And it may feel nice to massage your wrists or to make a little fist with your hands and make circles with the fists. It's a nice way to massage the wrists. You could let your hips sway. This is puppy pose, so you might think about your dog wagging its tail, or if you have a cat, a little swish. And then please push up onto your knees, and we're going to stand on the knees for this next movement. So you're welcome to keep the feet flat or tuck your toes under. Make sure your knees are comfortable. And like we did when we were lying on our back, we're going to inhale the arms up over the head. Lift the chest and the eyes. And as we've been doing on the exhale, hug your belly in. You might think about zipping up the zipper on something a little snug. Not super hard, just hugging in. Inhale your arms up. Exhale down, belly in. Inhale up. Exhale down, belly in. This time we're going to do a little twist. So please inhale both arms up. And on the exhale, we're going to let one arm go behind and one arm go forward and look over that back arm. Pull your belly in. And then inhale both arms forward and up. Twist the same way again. So exhale, belly in, turn your head, turn your arms. Inhale, center and lift. We're going to go that way again one more time. Same direction. Exhale, belly in, turn your eyes. Inhale, center and lift. Now this exhale, lower your arms all the way down, lower your eyes down, pull your belly in. And then as if your breath lifts your arms up, inhale back up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale all the way down, and then the next round we'll twist the other way. So please inhale your arms all the way up. And then exhale, one arm goes behind, one arm goes forward, and look over your back arm. Turn your head and your eyes. And then inhale your arms forward and up. And then hug your belly in as you twist the same way again. Exhale. Inhale back to the center and lift. Try to go slower if you can. Exhale, one more turn. Inhale, center again. Now again, exhale your arms all the way down. Hug in the belly as you lower your arms, and we'll go forward 3 times. So inhale your arms forward and up. Exhale down. Here's an option or a variation if your shoulders don't like this. You can inhale your arms up by bending the elbows and straightening them, and bending the elbows and lowering down. It recruits some different muscles. Maybe that's better for your shoulders. You could try that again. And then please come back down to your hands, and we're going to rest in child's pose for a moment. So this is a nice forward bend to do after those movements. You can, again, be on your elbows or place your head down on your hands and sway if you like. Take some deeper breaths if you can. Nothing to do but breathe. And then push yourself back up to all fours. We're going to come to downward facing dog for a few breaths again. So Tuck your toes under, push up to dog pose. And if you can think about when we were lying on our back earlier, what we did on the exhale was to soften the knees a little bit, pull your belly in and bend your knees a little. And then when you inhale, just try to straighten your legs a little bit. Don't lose the length in your spine. And then exhale, pull your belly in, soften your knees again. And inhale, straighter legs, whatever that is for you. And once more, belly in, a little softness in the knees. And then inhale, some length. And then we're just going to make our way up to standing. So as you're ready, you can walk your feet in and your hands together. And then if you had some padding under your knees, you can move it out of the way. And once you get here, you can do some shoulder circles. And then we're going to swing a little bit. So step your feet out about shoulder width apart, not much wider. And we're going to do this little, it's called empty coat sleeves or empty shirt sleeves. And you just let your arms swing and your head turn here. See how that feels. And then come to standing. Just walk your feet in mountain pose. You're stacking your joints up. Stand nice and tall, perhaps rolling the palms open. And at the very beginning, we took a couple of breaths to notice how we were feeling, how we were doing. So maybe here you could even close your eyes for a moment. Just check in. How's your breath? What do you notice? Good. And then we're going to do this thing called moving mountain. So this is mountain pose. And on moving mountain, on the inhale, the arms go out to the side, and we're going to let the heels come up off of the floor. And you might feel your legs quiver a little bit. And then as you exhale, the arms come down, and we'll try to let the heels touch as the hands touch the legs. So here again, the arms have pretty far to move, and the heels have very little to move. So inhale up, slowly lifting the heels in your arms. You're going to feel your legs shake a little bit. And then exhale, lower your hands so that they touch your legs as your heels touch the floor. Okay, we're going to think about that contracting on the exhale and lengthening on the inhale, like we were just doing in downward dog. So we're going to inhale up, lift the heels and the arms. And while you hold on the exhale, soften your heels down a little bit and bend your elbows just a little bit. And then inhale, go back up. Try that again. Exhale, soften your heels down a little bit, bend your elbows a little bit. Inhale, back up. Now exhale all the way down. You can lower your arms and your heels. And we're going to go up one more time, and we'll do that maybe 4 breaths at the top. So please inhale up. We're trying to breathe slowly and move slowly. So as slowly as you can breathe. Exhale, soften your heels, soften your elbows, pull your belly in. And then inhale, back up. And again, exhale, a little softness in the elbows, pull in the belly. And then inhale, back up. Try 2 more breaths. Exhale. Your legs should be shaking a little bit. Inhale, back up. 1 more. Soften down a little. Inhale up a little. And then smoothly down, letting the hands touch as your heels touch. And once you come down, give your feet a little shake. And then we'll swing a little bit so you can bring your feet a little wide and let everything swing again. So when you're swinging, try to bring your hands around and tap your back. Try to turn your head and even your eyes. You might try to look at the back, the floor behind you. And then pause, take a breath, stand nice and tall. And then we're going to do a couple of movements in the warrior 1 stance. So we're going to begin with our feet hip width apart. I'm going to face the short edge of my mat. Please step your right foot forward and the left foot comfortably back. So what we want is that the heels are lined up with our hip joints. We're not lining up the feet with each other. And then on the inhale, the front knee bends, and that knee comes right over the heel on the bend. So if you want more bend in your knee, feel free to step the foot wider. This is a safe position for the knee, right over the heel. When you exhale, straighten your leg. Here's the hugging, and you might touch your belly to remember to hug your belly in. And then inhale, bend the knee. Exhale. So we're going to try a couple of arm variations. So first one, on the inhale, we're going to bend the knee, take the arms out to the side and lift them up. And then exhale, straighten your leg, lower your arms down, pull your belly in. And try that one more time. So bend the knee, let your arms go out to the side and up. Straighten your leg, lower your arms down. So this next one, we're going to take the arms forward like we did in those other movements. So bend the knee, take your arms forward and up. Straighten your leg, lower your arms down. It doesn't matter. They're just different. So see what you like. Inhale. Maybe your shoulders have something going on. It's better to do the other version. Exhale down. Now we're going to go up and hold the pose. So choose which way you want to lift your arms, either out to the side and up or forward and up. And on your exhale, hold, pull your belly, and then see, we're going to hold the arms up for a bit. So you might like them straight. You might like them bent. This is cactus arms. This is nice. Opens up the front of the chest. You could have them kind of wide. So pick the position that you like. And then bring your attention to your feet. And the next time you inhale, let your back heel lift up off of the floor. And just hold it there. Another inhale perhaps. And when you exhale, put your heel down. How does that feel? Now this inhale, lift your front heel up off of the floor. Hold that. When you exhale, lower your heel back down. Enjoy your feet on the floor. And then we'll do either foot. You could do the back foot or the front foot again, or you can try both. So if you lift both heels, you may feel your legs quiver a bit. You may find it's really helpful to look at the floor so you don't lose your balance. And then on an exhale, put your heels back down. And enjoy that grounding of your hands to the floor. Your feet to the floor. And then on an exhale, bring your hands down. So from here, you could do downward facing dog for a few breaths if you like, or you could just stand up. So you can come up to standing and shake your legs a little bit, shake your arms a little bit. If you're standing with me, you can swing. We'll let the feet be wide and we'll let the arms swing. If you're in downward dog, go ahead and make your way up to standing. Do a little swinging with us. And then pause for a moment. Stand in your mountain pose, nice and tall. Take a few breaths to notice. So we did some things on one side we haven't done on the other side yet. Do you feel some different sensations on one side? Okay, and then we'll do the sequence on the other side. I'll just turn around so you can see my left foot. So we're going to step the left foot comfortably forward so it's in line with your left hip, and the right foot comfortably back so it's over to the right a little bit. It's in line with your right hip. And again, we're doing a test bend here. So again, we're checking that that front knee is over the heel. Safe position for your knee. Don't want it to jut out over your toes like that. Not great for your ankle, not great for your knee. When you straighten the leg on the exhale, touch your belly. And remember, we're hugging in the abdomen on the exhale. And then we'll begin. I'll do two of each of the arm variations. You can choose what you like. So please inhale, bend your knees and lift your arms up, either out to the side and up or forward and up. Straighten your leg, lower your arms, hug in your belly. And again, bend your knee, lift your arms. Straighten the leg, lower your arms, belly in. So we'll do two more. You can change the arms or pick the one you like. Inhale up. Exhale down. Pull the belly in. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then we're going to hold the pose. So you lift your arms either way. We'll hold the bend in the knee. So inhale up. As you exhale, pull your belly in and choose the arm position where you feel comfortable holding your arms. So they could be up high, they could be wide, they could be bent. And when you get to your next inhale, lift your back heel. Hold on the exhale. Hold another inhale, and when you exhale, put the heel back down. See how that feels. Now inhale, lift your front heel. And hold, exhale. Hold on your inhale. When you exhale, put that heel down and just see how that felt. And then you can pick one foot, lift the back or the front heel, or you can try lifting both. So if you're choosing both, you're going to feel probably a little bit of quivering in your legs. Keep breathing. And then on an exhale, put your heels back down and enjoy your feet on the floor. We'll hold another breath or two. When you get to your next exhale, please bring your hands down. Again, you're welcome to do a little downward facing dog here, or you can just step your feet together and give them a little shake. And we'll swing again if you're standing. Arms can swing, head can turn. If you came to downward dog, you can come on up and swing with us. Try letting your head turn. And here's an option for your neck. So as I'm swinging right now, I'm turning my head the same direction as my shoulders. You can try letting your head turn the opposite way. So as your arms swing one way, your head turns the other. Maybe that's an interesting stretch for your neck or stretch for your brain. And then come to standing again. See how you feel. Notice any sensations in your body. So we're going to lie back down on our back now, so you can just make your way back down onto the floor. And again, once you come down, we're going to massage our back again. So you can pull your knees into your chest. Try some ankle circles and wrist circles again. So we did some things on our feet and we were standing on our toes and things, and these are nice movements for the feet and the ankles after that. So joint rotation is always nice, and again, they're soothing for the brain. And then put your feet down, and for a moment you can let the feet just walk out a little wider and the knees touch. Your hands can rest on your belly, and if you're comfortable closing your eyes, just take a moment to notice your body, notice your breath. And then open your eyes if they're closed. We're going to do a playful twisting movement. So if you bring your knees up into your chest, and rather than having the knees together, let them kind of flop open. This is sometimes called happy baby pose. So you could start by doing a little rocking here. Just remember at the beginning we were just kind of letting our hips sway. So see how that feels. And then this is an odd little movement. It's a playful little twist. So the next time I go to the right, I'm just going to let my right leg come all the way down to the floor. And as it goes over there, it's just going to drag the other leg along. And then I'm going to pick up the top leg and lift it. And as it starts to move over, then the other leg kind of gets dragged along and it flops over to the other side. You may not touch the floor, and that's okay. Start to lift the top leg, flop on over. So we're just going to kind of roll around on the floor. So the legs are moving independently. When the top leg lifts, it's moving, and then the other leg, the other hip, just kind of gets dragged along. And then when you get to the other side, then now the top leg is the other leg, and you keep going. It's a nice little playful twist. You might turn your head to the other side. Let's see how that feels. It doesn't matter if your knees get all the way to the floor. You can go less if it's better for you. Just roll around on the floor in some way that feels nice. And then the next time you come to the center, please pause. Then you can put your feet back down on the floor. And we're going to repeat the bridge pose movement we did at the beginning. So if you can have your heels in line with your hip bones, so the hips and the knees and the heels are all lined up and the feet are pretty close to your body. And then please place your hands, palms down by your sides. Take a free breath. Maybe even exhale with a sigh. And when you're ready on the inhale, push through your heels and let your hips lift up any amount. And on your exhale, lower down. So please look up as you do this so your neck is straight. This stretches the back of the neck, and we want the neck to be straight for this part. So inhale, lift your hips up. You might even feel that little lengthening on the back of your neck. And then exhale down, hugging in the belly. You can do that again. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, stay. So I'm going to suggest that the next time you go up and hold, you could keep going up and down if it's better for you. And when you lift your hips up, you're welcome to just lift your hips. You could try that, or you could lift the arms up over your head as well and hold that. And if you're holding the pose, and it's fine if you're moving up and down, On the inhale, see if you can just lift a tiny bit more. And on the exhale, pull your belly in. And then inhale, maybe you lift or hold, try to sustain the height you gained. Exhale, belly in. Maybe 1 or 2 more breaths. So if you're still up, please come down on an exhale. And then you can draw your knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. And some people like lifting the chest up here. It may be nice, and you can circle your ankles. Maybe shake your feet. You could shake your hands. And then let your feet come down to the floor. Again, it may be nice to have the feet a little bit apart and the knees touching, and you're welcome to rest your hands on your belly. And either just pick one spot to look at or close your eyes. Begin to let go of any effort to control your breath, to breathe any particular way. And notice, I'm going to mention a few places where we tend to hold tension in the body. So notice your jaws and your tongue. It's a little technique. You can run your tongue around the inside of your lips. First one way and then the other. Moves the jaws, so that may feel nice. And then your shoulders. Just see if your shoulders can be a little bit softer. You might feel them falling back toward the floor behind you. Soften your fingers and your toes. And as we settle down, we're preparing for the last pose, which is Shavasana, the relaxation pose. So when we lie down on the floor for the last part, you may find that it's perfectly comfortable for you to stretch your legs out flat on the floor and lie that way. Many people, that is not comfortable. So what I want you to notice if you choose to stretch your legs out is how it feels compared to how it felt when you had your knees bent. And if it's better when your knees are bent, just keep your knees bent. Another way you can support your body there is to put the support under your knees. It may feel like you want to support your back, but probably your knees being bent is helpful. Or you could even rest your legs up in a chair like this or on a sofa. That can be nice. And then for your hands, they can stay on your belly or they can stretch out by your sides, palms up. This is a classic position for Shavasana. So just take a moment, settle in. There's nothing to do except give yourself a little time to rest. So as you settle, I'll say a little closing prayer. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at ease. May we all be safe. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May we all live with ease. So I encourage you to continue to rest here for 5 minutes, even 10 minutes if you can. And if it's hard for you to be still, try counting 12 breaths. It's a nice technique. So I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.